Hey, it's me, Craig, back from America, and apparently I've missed some Flat Earth Meltdown gold. We're going to cover that today. Please do me a massive favour, like the stream, and really helps the channel if you share the stream on your social medias. I think there's a thing called Bebo, or what was it, MySpace, or Friends Reunited, something like that. Just go and share my stream on that. Or if you really want to, write the URL on a bit of paper, tape it to a brick, throw it through a neighbour's window. Definitely helps the channel. Love you all. Enjoy the show.
Flat Earth expert Mark Sargent thinks the moon landing was a hoax.
Technically, the moon itself is a hoax.
Right, but betting with Sportsbet's new iPhone app?
I could do this standing on my head.
Thanks, Gravity. Sportsbet's new iPhone app. It's foolproof.
The FTFE show. Welcome to the FTFE show. Welcome to the FTFE show. Earth thinks that evolution is real. Chemtrails don't exist, vaccines work. Climate change is happening, we landed on the moon. The FTFE show. Welcome to the FTFE show. Welcome to the FTFE show. Scooty, it's not alright. Baby, it's not alright.
We're living on a disk, floating through space, with a tiny sun.
Hello everyone, welcome to the show. It's me, your friendly neighborhood, not Spider-Man, because imagine me with superpowers. Disaster, right? So today, we're going to look over the Dr. Shiva Science Panel, Part 2. So Dr. Shiva is an MIT physicist, PhD, claims he's the inventor of email, but is not. Anyway, he got annoyed at flat earthers not doing science properly, which, you know, bless him. And he decided to invite some globe earthers and some flat earthers, two of each, to a panel to design an experiment together that everyone could perform to show if the earth was flat or a globe. And well, yeah, flat earthers have done as well as you could expect. On the globe side, Toon turned up and someone else. I was in the background. On the globe side, Globe Slayer was invited and agreed to come, then didn't. And some other guy came and just sat there and did nothing. But of course, the main man was a flat earther called Kevin. And to give you a glimpse into his life, he referred to Alan from Aether Cosmology as a maths genius. Yes, so that's the level of intellect that we are talking about today. So he's come along, and in part 2, Dr. Shiva has asked for the globe earthers and the flat earthers to bring a model of, you know, the globe or flat earth that they could, you know, make predictions on to help design this experiment. And well, a few years ago I did a video about a flat earther bringing a model. And, well, it's been a couple, actually. The first one was about Nathan Oakley when he used Google Earth. The second one was, I don't know, some crazy guy from southern England that I think was using a crack pipe as a spaceship. I'm not entirely sure. But today, we're going to go over the Dr. Shiva Science Panel, and it's going to be fucking hilarious because I'm sure that Kevin, the flat earther, absolutely understood everything about the scientific method and how to do science. Or not. Definitely not. Do me a favour, guys, if you are enjoying, please smash that like button. And do me an even bigger favour and share the stream. Sharing the stream massively helps the channel. We get in a much bigger audience because, I don't know, the YouTube algorithm is a little bit mad at me at the moment. And isn't pushing my stuff out as often as it has been. So if you can share the stream, it really helps. Let's get those viewer numbers up and let's have some fun tonight, guys. You can also help support the channel with super chats and membership gift and all that good stuff. And you know, I'll do a naked dance for you or something. I mean, who knows? Thanks, Doctor. Yes, so tomorrow I'm going to do a little review of my DebateCon 6 time in America. And show you the video of me kicking an asshole out of the hotel. That was fun. Hey, Westside Girl Reacts. Of course, Westside Girl Reacts whilst I was there. gave me money for a Malort, which I will never forgive them for.
Round versus, flat. Dr. Shiva Ayadure, and we have the second day of our round versus flat.
Round versus
Earth Summit.
Earth.
And we were scheduled to have 3.
Just want to say hello to everybody in the chat. Rachbot, you wonderful person, how are you? It's a Rubiks, a task for you if you want to accept it. My debate with Rachel Wilson has just been released on Modern Day Debate. Make shorts out of it. That's like gold mine for shorts, the dumb things that she said, right? Yeah, you know what to do. Thank you, Doctor, for saying happy anniversary. 7 years on YouTube. Let's kick it off. Sam McBride finally made it to live. You ready for some Flerf stupid? Well, let's do it.
3 panelists on the round Earth side, 3 on the flat Earth side. However, one of them on the flat Earth side has gone MIA. And there's some evidence that he was forced by one group not to show up because he may have alternate views, which is unfortunate. So what we wanted to do today, as we discussed last week, was today is going to be really a day where the rubber meets the road, where each group has to produce the hypothesis, also known as the mathematical models, for each of the 2 experiments.
Oh, he's so naive, isn't he? He's brought flat earthers along, and he said, I want them to give a hypothesis, a mathematical model. Oh, goodness. Yeah. Bless. I'm not going to poo-poo his credentials, Dr. Shiva. He is obviously a very smart man, MIT and all that. But he's got a lot of very fringe theories. So I'm not exactly on his side with everything. However, obviously the Earth is a globe and he's right about the scientific method and everything. And I do enjoy the way that he destroys the Flerfs in this. And remember that this has been organized behind the scenes by his assistant. There's been emails sent. It's he's taken time out of his very busy schedule to host some flat earthers. You've got this guy Ryan Shee, who just sits there and does fuck all. Kevin is the flat earther that we're going to be watching. So let's do it.
And to keep this clear for each mathematical model, so the round earthers are going to propose a mathematical model for the sun experiment, and the round earthers are going to propose a mathematical model for the airplane experiment, which we'll get into in detail. And then the flat earthers will propose their mathematical model for the sun experiment and their mathematical model.
No, they won't. Dude, no, they won't. I mean, I could have told you that. No, they won't.
Model for the airplane. That's what the goal is. And then in each case, we'll also agree, where the independent data source is going to come from, how the data is going to be captured, to validate those models. We're going to use a scientific method. So let me sort of jump into the quick presentation how today is going to proceed. Probably do the window. So just want to make sure, can everyone see this? Prabhakar, can you see this?
Yes. You haven't shared anything, but I see that you're about to.
I did share. Oh, that's weird.
It popped up there when it left.
Oh.
Zoom is being Zoom again.
Okay. I may have to share the whole screen. Zoom does this sometime. So let me share the entire screen, the whole desktop. I guess you guys can see that, right? Yes?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry. We all understand how being a professional on YouTube works. Not very well a lot of the time.
So this is day 2. We want to welcome. We invited people if they wanted to join the Zoom panel here. So there's a few people here, and then we're also broadcasting this on all different channels: YouTube, Twitter, I think Facebook, etc. So we want to welcome everyone. I want to again review the history and mission of the summit. Then we want to go into the format.
He says
we want to review day 1, and then we're going to go into the sun experiment. Round earthers and flat earthers will represent.
Rubiks says, was this when we were in Chicago? Yes, this was, this was when we were in, the first part was when we were in Chicago. This is the second part. So this was when we were in Nashville, in Tennessee, that they did this. So we were probably getting very, very drunk. I got Rubiks drunk. It was funny. I mean, I'm not saying I wasn't drunk. I was definitely drunk.
Their mathematical models and the independent data sources. And then the airplane experiment will be, again, gone through the same models. There was a very, very important question that came up last time on the need to include error margins that was agreed upon. And then we'll go to next steps and we'll summarize. So day one.
Wait, what did you say?
Models. There was a very, very important question that came up last time on the need to include error margins that was agreed upon. And then we'll go to next steps and we'll summarize. So day one, what we did was
they don't know what error margins
the scientific
are.
method. Some of you may remember this. The scientific method begins with an observation. Here's a simple example we went over last time. Again, I wanted to review this because there may be some new people. But in the scientific method, you observe something in nature, whatever, even in non-natural settings. You have a force.
Observe something in nature. Right, so I've observed a walking human being with no functioning brain that looks like, I don't know, Uncle Fester if they'd failed chemotherapy. That's an observation. I don't know what hypothesis we'd form from that. The answer is Nathan Oakley.
Upon a mass of a car, and the car accelerates. So you see this phenomenon, and you may then make a hypothesis, and you may say that the relation between force, mass, and the acceleration, represented as A here in this equation, is related to F equals ma squared. Okay? It may be right or not, but that's your hypothesis. You're saying that the force is equal to the mass times the acceleration to the power of 2. Okay? So today, one group has the hypothesis that the Earth is round, and relative to that, we're going to look at the observation where the sun is, relative to a person observing it out their window, for example, or some point, and they're going to come up with a mathematical model to represent the location of the sun.
Dr. Shiva wants the flat earthers to talk about where the sun is. Now, which sun is this? Is this the apparent sun? Is it the refracted sun? Is it the sun that Dave Weiss says NASA faked by putting a plasma ball in the sky? Is it the interdimensional portal to the light of God, as said by Iron Horse / Flat Earth Jesus? Which sun are we talking about with regards to the flat Earth? Are we talking about the sun that would have to accelerate faster than the speed of light just to, change its path in the sky? Is that the sun we're on about? Yes. Please tell me which sun, because flat earthers don't even know that. They can't understand words or concepts or agree on the most basic of things, like, what's the big shiny thing in the sky?
The azimuth and the altitude as a function of where they are located, which is denoted in both time and space, which will be their location, longitude, and latitude, or whatever grid system they want to use. It doesn't have to be that. Whatever location system they want to use.
Dr. DCR 1975 says, every comment on Modern Day Debate was anti-Craig. At least 5 hours ago, it was ridiculous. Well, that's because Modern Day Debate's audience has just become a right-wing Christian nationalist cult. I like Modern Day Debate, but I think we're past pretending it's a neutral platform, right? It's not. Yeah, it stands on the side of science in regards to evolution, and well, I hope so, but at least with flat Earth and space and things like that. But it is definitely a place that hosts and publicizes and encourages the extreme right-wing rhetorics that we are seeing nowadays. And that is what the comments see. And of course, as I am a disgusting leftist, horrific demon child of the left, of course the comments will be against me. No, Batbon, Shiva is not a Flerf. Although is kind of anti-science in a lot of ways.
Total freedom, as well as the date and time, okay? But this is, so everyone's going to formulate a mathematical model. This process, I believe, unfortunately, the educational system is only known by about 5 or 10% of the population. And within that 5 or 10%, very few people even know math anymore. So this is unfortunate, and our goal of our event here is to really awaken people to this and to emphasize the need for people to understand math and build this. The next is an experiment takes place. In the experiment, this hypothesis will be tested, okay? And the hypothesis will be tested by running an experiment. The experiment, whatever that is, will gather these 3 variables. A, let's say the inputs, and F, the output. And the data will be gathered. It'll get organized. So for example, here, if I organize it into a table, force, mass, and acceleration, the first column being force, mass, and acceleration. And when you organize the data, now you look at it and you say, what does this data reveal? This data reveals F is actually equal to ma. It's not ma squared. Therefore, your hypothesis...
You've lost them, dude. You've lost them, right? You've assumed the consequence of gravity in your curvy math, okay? They're gone. I mean, I wonder if any flat earthers have reviewed this. Let me check the usual suspects. Yeah. My brain's turned off. Come on. Nathan Oakley. 1980. Okay, so... Doesn't look like Nathan has covered it. Well, what about old Flaxoid? Oh dear. No, none of the Flerfs have covered it, funny enough. Interesting. They normally be all over that.
This was wrong, and this is the actual result.
Blackburn Big Dragon says Shiva is a piece of trash human being, but he did a good job destroying the Flerfs. Yes, there's a lot of people that destroy the Flerfs that I don't entirely agree with, like Danny Faulkner, the creationist dumbass. Even Robertson Jennis, very anti-flat Earth and, you know, fights against the Flerfs, but I absolutely destroyed him in debate. The not a doctor, son Jennis, of course.
So you would go back and you say, well, I'm wrong. This is the actual reality, what nature or the actual data showing. So you would come back and say, this is wrong. F equals ma, which in fact is true by Newton's laws, right? But this is a scientific method. And once you get the results, you have to own up to the reality. If the results match with the model, then you can say the hypothesis was accepted. You've discovered something new, or you've asserted your hypothesis. If it's not, you have to reject it.
Yeah.
Okay. This is a scientific method. And we played Richard Feynman's video. And the reality is that either the scientific method is wrong.
Yeah, Richard Feynman says that if it doesn't agree with experimentation, then it's wrong. Guys, I really appreciate you being here. Awesome to see so many of you here. Really appreciate it. I tell you what, there's only like a third of the people in the chat have actually hit the like button. So do me a favor, hit the like button, or I'm going to send Daniel Pratt to your house because I have direct control over what is left of the thing that we would normally call a brain. And he'll bring his water heater, and trust me, it smells. So smash the like button. That'd be awesome. Do me a favor. Also, if you look above you in the chat, there is a super chat goal. If you hit the super chat goal by the end of this stream, which would be about 2 hours-ish, then I will do 100 push-ups and do a Q&A session and ask me anything. You got to hit the super chat goal and have some fun. Also, you do know, guys, that obviously anything you put in super chats, anything at all that you write in a super chat, I legally have to read out on stream.
Right? Or it's wrong. I mean, either your answer is right, and if it's, or the results, if they're right, if they match with the model.
And kicking off the super chat goal is dihydrogen monoxide, or H2O, who says, for £5, still trying to figure out how some Flerfs have partners. Yeah, must find dumb people, I guess. I couldn't marry someone so stupid. Like, I love Emma, not only because she's beautiful and strong, but because she's really fucking smart and challenges me. There's still a whole bunch of you have not hit the like button. NF for $3.99 Canadian dollars with a hippo emoji. What's that hippo doing? Is it like something? That's weird. Just so you know, that doesn't count towards the super chat goal. I don't make the rules. I mean, I kind of do, but also so do YouTube.
You're correct or you're wrong. Okay, it's that simple. So today, there are two potential experiments on the table. One is, as I mentioned, where's the sun? Defined by the azimuth and the altitude, which would be essentially the outputs. and the inputs are going to be pretty complex, and people are going to have to give their assumptions. All right, so we did that. And the other important thing that we want to emphasize is that if this is in fact true, F equals MA, this is every time you do this, you're going to get reproducible predictions. That is evidence. So the evidence is models that people are going to propose today, flat Earth and round Earth, relative to the Earth's location or the airplane experiment. That's going to give us a model.
12,
and if
it does
every
look a bit
time
like
that model gives us a reproducible prediction or predictions, that means it's evidence of either the Earth being round or flat. That is science. All right. We also talked about, to those people who think this is a very real example of billions of dollars went into the climate change concept that the Earth, the Arctic ice is going to melt tomorrow. And it was based on a hypothesis. And scientists associated with the IPCC built 100 different models asserting this. And if you look at this graph, this is by year. The y-axis is how much ice is going to be melted, okay? And what you find is every line here represents a different mathematical model. Notice you're getting 0 ice being melted by this model to all the ice being melted by this model. This is not evidence. You would at least have all of them.
He's going far too deep. He's just lost the Flerfs, really. That's the thing. Gary, IOW, says for £10, that's 10 whole English pounds. Have a beer, Craig. You're welcome. That might cover half a beer nowadays. I appreciate it, mate. Thank you very much. That is 2 out of the 50 super chats. If we get all the super chats by the end of this stream, I will do 100 push-ups and do an Ask Me Anything session. Naked. No, not naked. Maybe naked.
Verging on the same answer, and they don't. So this is not evidence, and this is why the entire quote-unquote climate change stuff is just garbage. But yet, people who have no...
The fuck did he just say?
By this model. This is not evidence. You would at least have all of them converging on the same answer, and they don't. So this is not evidence, and this is why the entire quote-unquote climate change stuff is just garbage.
What the fuck did he just say? Climate change is not garbage. It's happening. Driven by human forces. Faster than it does naturally. NF says, have 2 for $2.79. Thank you very much. I guess I'll have 2 beers. That's 3 out of 50. Oh, God, he just said climate change isn't real. Oh, my God, shut the fuck up.
But yet, people who have no scientific understanding, and even with people with scientific understanding, because there's a lot of money behind this, are promoting this. All right? So what we're doing is a serious service, and that's why I decided to take this on, the flat Earth, round Earth thing, to really educate people on the fact that this approach is not being used anymore, and even at the highest levels of academia or the lowest levels of the grifter class, they're both violating this. And it's all being done either for money or for influence and to take advantage of people's
Oh, that's making me mad.
And
he's anti-vax, he's anti-climate change. Of course he knows the Earth's a globe because he can fucking read a book without falling asleep. I do not agree with him. Oh my God. I'm going to be debating him about his anti-vax views. And the CDC isn't fucking helping because Trump's running that shit. They've changed the wording in their vaccine autism stuff to the claim that vaccines do not cause autism is not evidence-based because we didn't study every possible little thing that we can think of to make it an excuse. It's fucking ridiculous and disgusting. Of course, that's driving the anti-vaxxers wild.
And I think we don't want to allow that. But this is what a model is simple. Today, we're going to look at each group is going to share with us what their inputs to their model are and what the output is. In the case of the Earth, the output is going to be 2 numbers, the azimuth and the altitude. The input is going to be the location of the individual in whatever grid system people want to use and the date and time. And then one thing that's missing here is people should also share their assumptions, as we talked about, because we don't want the round earthers using flat. If the Earth is in fact flat, the round earthers could manipulate their data by using flat Earth assumptions in their model. Similarly, if the Earth is in fact round, the flat earthers could round Earth assumptions to make their data look good, and that would be cheating. So we're going to be very, very circumspect on the assumptions.
Oh my god. It's almost just like he's reading a script without really the context behind it, because he would understand after the first session. The people he's dealing with do not understand this. And he's supposed to be a teacher.
Okay, so that's what we discussed last time. And
Can you say that again? What is cheating? I didn't get it.
well, for example, if the Earth, let's assume the Earth is flat, right?
I acoustically, I didn't hear it. Just repeat it. Yeah.
If the Earth is flat, the round earthers could manipulate their model by using, embedded in their model would be variables that in fact the Earth is flat that they could use. Similarly, if the Earth is round, the flat earthers could, in their equations, use round Earth data, round Earth variables.
You got your script. Okay, yeah.
What's that?
No, it's okay. I got it now.
What did you say? What script?
Am I well to hear?
I didn't
No.
understand. Can you guys not hear me?
Do you hear me well?
Yeah. Do you understand that?
Yeah. I heard this just before. I heard this before, so I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's worried there, Flerf, because he's just realised that, oh shit, I can't use any globe Earth math, and I don't know if this is globe Earth or flat Earth because numbers scare me. Good night, Abrax. Again, it was amazing to see you over in America.
Okay. Does everyone understand what I'm saying? Round Earth and flat Earth. So both you guys have to share with us how you're coming across with your models. Typically, a model has the variables, what assumptions that you're making. Okay? We don't want any deception here. Okay. So there we go. So as a part of what we discussed was one of the experiments, let's go back to this, was the notion of if you're looking out your window, there's an X and Y.
Yes, that is Shiva talking, who is not a flat earther, but is a science denier. I must make no qualms about it.
On an X and Y axis, and the sun is going to be at a certain location. Can you guys see this or no?
Only about 50% of you hit that like button. Hit the like button, and you know, I will not let my AI take over the world, at least today. Please share the stream, guys. Get it out there. Get more people in the chat.
The globe earthers are going to take position in time, and they're going to
yes, Pierre. Kevin ran away again. Of course he did.
output X1, Y1 for that location, and this could be anywhere. Same with the flat earthers. That was one experiment, and we and then we'll go into the other experiment was proposed by the flat earthers, which is you have an airplane flying into an ILS tower, and the height of that airplane, as I think we said, was 6,355 feet. At that point, if the Earth is flat, the nautical miles will be 23, and in this case, the nautical miles will be 21.75 if it's round. However, a very good discussion took place on the error margin, and we agreed that the model for this must include the error margin, because if the error is within, between 21, which is, this is roughly what, 2 miles or 1.25 miles, right? Then it's basically meaningless and nonsensical. So the error margin. What was that?
That we get to that point. Is my audio too low?
No, let me finish. Please don't.
Yeah, why are you interrupting? Oh, right, he's a flat earther. He doesn't understand. Is he wearing a white coat, like a lab coat? Rachel, don't put away the drones. They've got their uses, I'm sure. I need a whole bunch of encased concrete for my factory that I'm building. Wait, no, that's Satisfactory. If you guys want to come and join me playing some Satisfactory in the Discord, I'll probably be doing it quite often.
Interrupt. I'm just presenting, and then we'll go. Okay. So for this experiment, that model also needs to be included. All right. So that's where we left off. So today we're going to go with.
Not yet, Uncle Charlie. I'm
we're
sure
going to
that's
go
coming.
to the globe Earth model, or the globe Earth, the sun experiment, and the globe Earthers will present their hypothesis, and their mathematical model.
Wicked Pisser says flat Earth is dead. Yeah, pretty much, mate.
And the mathematical model, again, will take the variables of the location. So I'm looking out my window, my location, whatever grid system you want, the date and time, and the output of that equation should be the azimuth and the altitude. So who on the globe Earth side is presenting this model.
Let me guess.
I will be.
Who's that?
Dan.
Oh, Dan. Was that your guess, Kevin?
No.
Did you get it right? You win a prize.
Oh, so
Okay.
he got it introduced, yeah.
Okay. Before we go, just very briefly, because for the new people, if people can just do a 2-second, 5-second introduction of each person. Dan, do you want to introduce
No,
yourself?
2
very
seconds.
briefly?
I'm
You can go to
time out.
Kevin,
What?
Then Ryan.
Oh, we can get past that.
An online course about how money.
Career
Let's
as
listen
a
to what Flerf
network
says.
engineer for the past 25 years.
Thanks, Dan. Let's go to Kevin.
Yeah, I studied media management. I did an online course about how money is fraud and how we could have alternative money systems. Down the rabbit hole, I saw two.
Wait.
Let's go to Kevin.
Yeah, I studied media management. I did an online.
Right, he studied media management. Didn't say that he completed it.
Thanks, Dan. Let's go to Kevin.
Yeah, I studied media management. I did an online course about how money is fraud and how we could have alternative.
I did an online course about how money is fraud. The fuck? Yes, Abdef, Dr. Shiva did say that the climate change isn't happening because some of the hypothetical models don't match reality. 100% correct, yes. That's not very scientific, is it? I don't know how Toon sat there.
Money systems. Down the rabbit hole, I saw too far on one vacation, and I dug down this rabbit hole, and I did lots of experiments. For example, forced the fishing line below water, and I heard your interview with Dave that you want to agree on one experiment, and I joined the discussion.
Great to have you, Kevin. Let's go over to Dr. Prabhakar. Dinakar.
Hello, this is Prabhakar.
He did an experiment with some fishing line, guys. Genius.
I am a systems biologist, and I am on the global side for this discussion.
Just what's your background, Prabhakar?
So I trained as a chemical engineer, and I did my doctoral studies in biomedical engineering. And I am also passionate about science education, and that's why I'm interested in this debate.
How I got involved in this is just I'm a flat earther. So Ryan Shea, I'm in Dallas, Texas. So how I got involved in this is just I'm a flat earther, and many years ago now,
He's stupid, guys. That's
someone
what he
brought
means.
up when I was in a tall building. It seems like we can see too far here, doesn't it? And I thought about that and started wondering and started looking at this deeper and started doing my own experiments, light tests, laser tests, just observations, more study. And so here I am. Appreciate you having me, and thank you for everything that you've done to put this on. So thanks.
Thanks, Ryan. And then we go to, is it Mike? Mike there? Go ahead, Mike. You have to unmute. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm Michael Toon. I studied electrical engineering and computer science at university. I have been a professional software engineer for my career. So I got the science background to address this topic. I've been debating flat earthers online for about 7.5 years. 7 years or a little more. I've had my YouTube channel, MC Toon Live, and I have another one where I do just pre-recorded videos called Conspiracy Tunes. And so I've been involved and interested in this for a good long time. And so thanks a lot.
Toon.
All right. And is there anyone else? His code name is Globe Slayer, and he's also done apparently some experiments in different areas, but he's not here. So we'll just start. So let's go to Dan. Dan, can you, on the Globe Earth side, represent the mathematical model, aka the hypothesis, because you're proposing the Earth is round?
We don't need to see that.
In
We know this, right?
And we're going to
we
use
know that the azimuth
1400
corresponds to
hours or 2
latitude and
p.m.
longitude that
local
you're
time.
on.
Reason why I decided to
Right.
do this was
The evidence for the globe is overwhelming. We've seen it countless times. Right? I want you all to remember that this point in the stream is when, in this summit, is when the flat earthers and the globe earthers are presenting their own model and a hypothesis with predictions around that model. So the globe earther is presenting how the azimuth of the the angle of the sun matches your latitude on Earth, etc., etc. Therefore, Earth globe, right? But we don't need to hear that. We've heard it a million times, right? Got measurement requirements, maths, predictions, why it matters, important assumptions that, of course, you have to make assumptions in science. We don't need... Oh, let it catch up. I think the internet's... There's the calculations for solar declination. It's all exactly as we expect with the globe.
Next thing we need is the equation of time. So the equation of time tells us the difference.
So we can skip through that.
The one that I
let's go to. You should add this to the thing as far as
Get to the end of that.
Right. Anyone?
Is it big screen now?
Yeah.
Right, here we go.
That's
So,
yourself.
correct.
Globe Earthers, Toon and Dan from Unfornicated have presented the evidence that the Earth is in fact a globe, all the predictions and the hypothesis and the model, maths, everything. It took nearly like 35, 40 minutes for them to present the globe stuff, and they did it extremely well, I'm sure. But now we are onto the Flat Earther. The Flat Earther's job is to now present his model and his hypothesis. I would like you all to make sure you have this handy, right? This is the FTFE patented NASA endorsed facepalm protection. It allows you to do that without damage to the cranial region. I had far too many lawsuits. Make sure you have one handy because it's going to be needed for what's coming up. Make sure you've liked the stream, guys. Please like and share as much as you can. And remember, we have a super chat goal going on. We're going to be streaming for 2.5 hours. If we meet the super chat goal, then I will do 100 push-ups and we will do a 30-minute Ask Me Anything at the end of the show. Any amount of super chat counts, just not the one where you don't get to say anything. And also, I have to read out anything you put in super chats. It's a legal requirement.
All right, fantastic. So let's get a similar or a different, but the same approach by the Flat Earth team. And who's going to present there? I think we need to unmute.
Yes,
Kevin,
yes, I'm here. Now it's fine, yeah.
All right, so go ahead, Kevin. Do you need to share your screen?
Of course, yeah.
Prabhakar, does he have sharing rights? Okay.
Is it big screen now?
Yeah, I see it blank. Oh, now I see it. Go ahead.
Okay, so in order to present math for a flat Earth's sun, I could go to Bislin's model.
No, you couldn't. Bislin's model assumes the globe, use the maths for the globe, has calculations in it for the globe, is based on the globe. Bislin's model is not suitable for the flat Earth, because right at the beginning, Dr. Shiva points out how you can't use anything that includes the globe.
Notice the conditional tense that I could do it. The sun is rising and setting their perspective on the azimuthal grid of vision. We could go, again, the conditional tense, to the source code and extract the formulas from there and show the coordinate system transfers. And we couldn't...
Coordinate system transfers can only happen if you're transferring from one thing to another. That would mean if the Earth was flat, you wouldn't need to do that because there would be nothing to transfer from.
Agree on who was first, because you said I couldn't use your formulas, your distances, and you would say you couldn't use mine. But some first things that goes against this model, and I will continue with the values. We don't expect the sun to behave as solid object. We don't assume the dynamic mechanism. So we don't know the dynamic mechanism. It could be magnetism involved. And we don't assume the position of the actual sun. It could be more, we don't know where it is exactly. We only have the visible sun. So it could be...
Yeah, the thing that you fucking see that gives you the heat. The sun. Oh my God. So they don't expect the sun to behave as a solid object. How would you know? Why would you not expect the sun to behave as a solid object? And why, even if the sun didn't behave as a solid object, would that mean that the Earth is flat? My friend, The only thing flat here is the ECG when they tried to measure your brainwave patterns. They don't assume the dynamic mechanism. It could be magnetism. Well, you just assumed it. Could be magnetism. Did you not? We don't assume the position of the actual sun. Why not? I mean, that's the thing that you're going to be using, right? So you should be assuming the position of the sun, or at least taking into account what you can see. DJ Sarah Jones for £2 says, I knew he would try personal sun when watching Dan. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
A parabolic reflecting sun somewhere involved, or as I said, magnetism play a role, as we see in the torus field.
Hey Borg, how you doing, my friend?
So our hypothesis is that our vision isn't
I meant
Euclidic,
EEG, you're right,
but visually curved. So lights in the sky doesn't rise or set via Earth curve, but by perspective. It could be one reason. And that, so our hypothesis is that our vision isn't Euclidic, but visually curved. So lights in the sky doesn't rise or set via Earth curve, but by perspective. It could be.
And again, let's assume that that's correct, just for 1 second. In what way does that mean that the Earth is not a globe? I mean, it's nonsense, because if we didn't see in straight lines, we'd never see straight lines. Right? Things wouldn't be straight that are straight if we saw in curved lines. Yeah, he's dumb.
One reason. And that we see not only the sun rising or setting or alleged objects, or let's rather say lights in the sky rise and set, but we see rays above us rising and setting, indicates to this vector, to this hypothesis, because it's not only a light in the sky, but the whole sky. Papers which suggest this is the direct measurement of curvature of visual space, for example. So it is deeply in question whether we see in Euclidean space all the assumptions that you have to make for your angles, and that you assume the globe only.
So I wonder if he's read the paper. No, I don't. I know he's not fucking read the paper, because it isn't saying what he thinks it's saying. It isn't saying that we see straight lines as curved. That's not what this paper is assuming. In any way, shape or form. Emma, the absolute cunt, for €2 says, topless push-ups, you glorious cunt. If we meet that super chat goal, yeah, I'll do 100 topless push-ups. Oh, we've got a troll.
You would need to see straight, but you see down here, it's certainly not Euclidean. It's at best, it's
yeah. So 1 second.
It's a question, but wait, one question. One thing I let you.
No, 1 second.
Guys, if he comes back, that dark cloud guy on his socks, just play Wackatro, okay, straight away. Right, you know who you are, mods.
Kevin.
Presentation.
Kevin.
I will present a formula. I presented one formula. I don't know why it's already starting like this, that he could speak.
No. I just wanted to make sure that the goal is, this is not a debate. It's not the globe Earth people are not saying anything about flat Earth. You're starting off by talking about the globe Earth model being invalid. The goal was, please present your assumptions about flat and then derive your model.
Shiva, you glorious dumbass, they can't. That's not how flat earthers work. They are unable to present anything about flat Earth. They have to talk about the globe. NF for 279 Canadian says, to be a flat earther, you need one skill: being dumb. Yeah, and they're even shit at that, like Witsit. Can't even win a loser competition. Rachbot says, topless push-ups. Everyone must super chat. Well, you best encourage them. Yeah, I will do, more importantly than the topless push-ups, if you get the super chat goal, I'll stay on for an extra half an hour and I'll do like a Q&A. and ask me anything. Oh, who's attacking Toon? Someone in the chat attacking Toon? I don't see them. Oh. Yeah, don't lie the right answer. No one knows who you are, or Dark Cloud Sock.
Look at the hypothesis here.
Yeah. So what are your assumptions?
It's a flat ground and visual curved. So for the kinematic.
So what is your
for the kinematics? It's for the perspective sun. This model is pretty accurate for only the kinematic part.
Can you just hold it there? Can you just hold it there? So you're saying the Earth is a round, flat dish. Is that what you're saying?
No, I don't assume the ground. And let me please speak. Make my.
Yeah, I just want to know what your.
I didn't interject. I didn't interject at all. You have to interject me already for as I could let you speak 20 minutes. I didn't attack. I showed this torus a field where the sun could go to the outside. It's not helping when you cannot make let me read my points of the variables. So you said that we can bring 10 people. Our best. The top 10 you said here, top 10 people we can bring. So you know that I'm not the best guy for this. There are a lot of this, and you said we have to agree to one experiment, and I just want to share where you said this.
Okay, wait a second. What the fuck are you doing right now?
Yeah, I don't have a model to present, so I'm just going to make some horrible claims about things that you said. That's not how quotation marks work either. But, yeah, you know more people were invited, right? Dave was invited. Eric DeBay was invited. Mark Sargent was invited. Your mum was invited. Guys, we're 200 people in the chat. Less than 50% of you hit the like button. If you do not hit the like button, then I'm going to send Daniel Pratt to where you live. He will be there waiting for you when you get home. I'm not kidding. Smash the like button, share the stream for all of the goodness. And if you smash that super chat goal, I will do 100 topless push-ups and do a Q&A, ask me anything.
Well, I will.
Stop.
You have to agree to one experiment, and that's where
No, stop. Please mute him, because he's fucking around. Dave was given that opportunity back in early June, and he never followed up on it. He was supposed to set time with my assistant. That nullified it. Now you're going back to try to attack my credibility, Kevin, and your people, Dave's people, never followed through. In fact, Dave was invited, and he never followed through. Now follow with the agenda. What is your assumptions? What is your assumptions about flat, and show us your model, okay? Are you going to do that? That's the agenda.
Cancer patients don't have these, matey.
Your boy Dave never followed through. Okay, are you going to show us your model? If you're not, we can end this discussion with you because you're bullshitting once again. Are you going to show us your model? Can you?
Emma M says for 2 years, come on people, let's get Craig naked. It just takes a few drinks these days, I swear. Ernie Matthews for $2 says Dark Cloud needs a habanero butt plug. I mean, I think that's what he has regularly, and that's why he's so upset that I have hundreds of people watching me and no one even knows who he is.
Can you unmute it, Baraka?
Yeah, I asked him to unmute.
If you're going to talk about Dave, then I will take the position. I will expose Dave for what the fuck he is. You're supposed to present your assumptions about flat Earth and derive the fucking mathematical model. Do you have the model, yes or no? Show the fucking model.
Unmute yourself, Kevin, and you can share your model.
I'm not going to let you derail this because that's a deception. And that's what you guys have been doing. Well, then do the fucking work. Show the model. Period. Show your model.
Myself. Now I can finally speak again.
Show your assumptions in the model. Show your assumptions in the model.
So I'm not allowed to speak anything against your.
No, because you're lying, and that's a different discussion.
I'm not lying.
This is what you guys. This is what the fuck you do. You deceive. Show the fucking model.
I speak
That's what you
against
agreed to do.
these
Bullshit.
objections.
Show the fucking model.
Wait, where is it?
Show the model.
Oh my
Don't
God,
let
this is
you
brilliant.
Derail it.
Right, Shiva, welcome to Conversing with Flat Earthers. This is how it goes. Guys, come to the stream and give some evidence of your claims. The Earth's not globe and you're satanic. Wait, what now?
Sun observation refutation. This
Yeah,
is the...
show us your assumptions of your model.
So if this mathematical model is able to predict that observation, then you have evidence that the Earth is flat or the Earth is round. This is
Show us
not
your
logically
assumptions of the
true.
model.
You're not sharing your screen, Kevin.
Your
We don't
prediction
see
is
your
actually instead a
We
post-diction.
don't see your screen.
Oh,
Start with the
So-
assumptions. Show us a derivation of your model. That's called science.
you stopped my screen share. Okay.
I didn't stop anything. No bullshitting.
So make it big screen.
Yeah, so show us the assumptions and the mathematical derivation of your model for predicting the sun, assuming the Earth is flat. Go ahead.
I have
Bless you, Shiva. Do you really think that's going to happen? Do you have any idea the amount of times that Toon and I have sat here going, go on then, present your model, let's see it. Oh, what's what I say goes saying now? No, no one knows who you are, what I say goes. Not a single person. Why don't you tell us what your real channel name is? No one knows you. No one's ever heard of you. You're not any good at MMA or boxing. I'd beat you up because you're a silly little girl. I'm not saying that all girls are weak. Yes, we know your sock accounts are pre-made. Next time you come in, tell us your real account, or even better, email me at fighttheflatearth@gmail.com and come in and chat.
to say that only because one model is adjusted for one or several phenomena, assuming lots of uncontrolled variables, that's not the definitive falsification process for other models. We have long lat computing, 1% is only measured for the system, or we could use, everyone could use, and you from the beginning.
Hey, Dr. Apocalypse, how you doing, my friend?
An example, it has clear variables, the F equals MA, because there is an object, but we don't know the object here, and I have to speak as opposing party here that I didn't agree from the beginning to do this as a definitive thing to determine the shape of the Earth, and that is what I would suggest. You do the
What are your
with this
assumptions
thing.
of your flat Earth model?
He's going the route of, hey, doing the scientific method is affirming the consequent. No, it's not. It's the scientific method. You assume things in the scientific method. Polarity for $5 says, funny how Witsit and other Flerfs claim we use appeal to possibilities fallacy when that is 100% of their claims. Well, yeah, that's because, and to be nice here, all flat earthers are fucking idiots. Bruce Wayne, it is 1:53 a.m.
We are affirming the consequence. If the Earth is a globe, for example, you say, then there is a 24-hour sun in Antarctica. If there is a sun,
Wait,
24-hour sun.
Wait, stop. You're not following the instructions. Stop. You're like a fucking 2-year-old. What is the instructions were what you agreed to? You would come to this meeting with the assumptions of flat Earth and derive a model. All you're doing is you're attacking the globe model. Bullshit. I'm not going to let you do that in this forum. You guys have been fucking doing this for ad infinitum. Where is your assumptions of flat Earth and derive your model? Period. Are you going to do that or not? Are you capable of doing that? If you're not, you should get out of this fucking game.
No, Dr. Shiva, he's not capable of doing that. Just like you're not capable of interpreting any scientific data that you come across that doesn't, confirm with your own bias. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to sit here and pretend that you're a bastion of science, dude. Because you're not. Dr. Shiva, you've said some horrible things online, and the incident with the nanny is also very interesting. Bruce Wayne says I should go to bed. Well, one of my clones is in bed. Wendigo is too scared to even tell us his account that apparently has over 300,000 subscribers and his big name in the MMA and boxing. Yet my email is fighttheflatearth@gmail.com, and they could send something to my email so that I can send them a link to this channel and this chat, and they could come and tell me to my face. Sapphire Rocks for $2 says, Joey is the best. More Som, Trumptastic soon. Yeah, I'm talking to Som right now. Don't know about Trumptastic, he's disappeared. Emma M says, love ya. Well, I love you too, you cunt.
I'm not the right guy to show the models. It will be Shane. Here, Alan Space Borders. You can use him. I show you this model. Okay, you will see this model.
Time out.
Look at this model.
Please
no,
mute him.
I show this model now.
He's not playing by the rules. Please mute this fucking guy. Same deception.
I can give brief info on that model he's showing right now.
Wait a second, Mike. Rules were set in place from day one in 2 pre-meetings. Dave Weiss was invited. The fucking guy chickened out and ran away because he's full of shit. So we decided that we would follow the scientific method. We agreed. Yeah, you would come up with the assumptions today and the model, and you're not doing that. So either you don't have it or you're bullshitting. I'm not going to let you waste my time, my family's time, with your fucking bullshit. Do you have the goddamn model? Yes or no? Do you have a mathematical equation, Kevin? Yes or no? Do you? Do you have a mathematical equation for predicting the sun and the airplane for both things using...
Bruce Wayne says, is cunt a term of endearment in the UK? In some places. In Scotland it is. In Scotland, everyone's a cunt. Either a good cunt or a bad cunt. Or, but, most people, he's a good cunt, him. Cunt's a good word. Cunt.
A mathematical model, yes or no?
The airplane, I have a lot to say still, yes.
No. For 2. Everyone, I started this forum, and we've been talking about this over 2 weeks. Do you have the mathematical model for assuming the Earth is flat for predicting the sun's location? It's a yes or no question.
Yes, I show the...
Big Fish, I'm sorry to hear that. My friend, father-in-law died of cancer today. My mum died of cancer a few weeks ago, and my father-in-law is currently very, very ill with cancer as well. So yeah, fuck cancer and fuck anyone that does that. I mean, we can make fun of Nathan Oakley looking like a chemo patient that's had sex with Uncle Fester, but that's a bit different. Because there are no lines where Nathan Oakley is involved.
Okay, so show us
the derivation of the derivation of the radius.
Do you have the model for the location of the sun?
I can show you. You see my screen?
Yeah, but I'm asking you a question. You're not answering the question. I don't want to go forward if you're not going to show us a model of the prediction of the sun, assuming the Earth is flat. Are you going to show that, like Dan did for the round Earth? Yes or no?
I show this Bisley model.
I'm going to tell you now, no. He's not going to. He keeps talking about the Bisley model, which is based on the globe.
Or kinematically equivalent.
I'm not asking that. You see how hard it is to get an answer out of you?
No, I'm answering.
Do you have the model of predicting where the location of the sun is using whatever grid system you want, assuming in your view the Earth is flat? Do you have a model that you can tell me, or Ryan, or Suresh, or Dan, or anyone in the world where the sun's location is going to be if the Earth is flat? Do you have that mathematical predictive model? Yes or no?
We have this radius derivation of your vision. Why the sun
no. You're not answering the question.
I'm answering.
No. Now I'm going to.
I cannot bring a sentence.
Does anyone else understand the question here? I'm asking him. This is why we're doing this whole forum, and it looks like you don't.
Yeah, we all understand it, dude. Flerfs do not. I'm afraid they never have and never will. Dr. Apocalypse says the tabloids are still printing crap from Avi Loeb about 3i Atlas being aliens. He should have his qualifications removed. No better than a Flerf. Yeah, I know. It's sensationalism. It's unusual, right? It's a extrasolar object. It's the third known that we've been able to detect. I mean, there's probably some before because we didn't have stuff to detect it, but it's the third one we've been able to detect. It exhibits things that are unusual compared to the things we see in our solar system. But it's a rock. It's a big old rock, come from a big old bit of space. And it's been traveling longer than humans have even been a mere thought of existence.
You have it.
I'm
It looks
shut
like you
down.
don't have
I'm
it.
shut down.
No, it looks like you don't have it.
I
If you don't
showed
have it,
three. I
Where
showed three
is your-
variables here.
do you have a mathematical model for the 15th time that if you could put my location in a date and time, and assuming the Earth is flat, you will tell me where the sun is? Yes or no?
Your prediction of a model is not. It doesn't show anything about the shape of the Earth just because you want to mathematically.
I'm not asking you. I'm asking you.
Yeah.
We gave you full freedom to define.
Yeah, you have hundreds of years. You have hundreds of years.
You're not
long
answering
and
the
last.
question. Listen, you're not answering the fucking question. Do you think I'm a fucking idiot? You've been dealing with fucking idiots and you're taking advantage of people.
You are a little bit of an idiot, right? But, I mean, you know the Earth's not flat, but that's not a very high bar, is it now? I do enjoy the way that other grifters deal with other grifters, by the way. It's always fun. Yeah, Bruce Wayne, you're not wrong. The Flat Earth model is a business model for grifters. And Jaybird Max says, absolutely, hashtag fuck cancer. Guys, I want to say thank you very much for the 200 of you that are here. And look, I know it's not the numbers that I was getting at the beginning of the year. My time off of YouTube because of my mental health and everything has eaten into my algorithm recognition that I am working hard to get back. And you can really, really help the channel, guys, by sharing what I do. Please share my stuff. It is the best way to help the channel. And I could really do with the support in Super Chats at the moment. I do have that Super Chat goal going for about another hour. So if you can get that Super Chat goal done in the next hour, I will then stay on for an extra half an hour, do 100 topless push-ups, and do a Q&A. Love you all, not you, Gary, you cunt. Emma, for 5 years, says, awesome people like Craig are cunts. Idiots are cunts. Important difference. Also, this cunt needs to go back to bed. Good night, cunt.
No,
Assuming the Earth
I
is
never
flat-
turned
assuming
anything.
the Earth is flat, tell me your fucking mathematical model. Do you understand that?
Look at this diffraction and the derivation from
No,
the
do you
wavelength
have
of
the
the eye
mathematical model?
and go to
Do you have
James
the
and here he will
mathematical
explain
model?
it to you exactly.
Do you have the
Very good.
mathematical model? Yes or no?
Space audits and
Do you have-
Mamstone, go to them.
Yeah.
And you see it here on
Yeah.
screen. I just
I don't
don't
give a
want to
fuck who they
defend it.
are. Do you have a
I don't want to
mathematical
defend
model? Do you have a mathematical model, Kevin, of the location of the sun?
No.
Assuming the Earth is flat. If not, I can derive it for you. And you can tell me if you
can.
don't know how to do the math. Because you clearly have a bunch of retards who are helping you or not helping you.
Hey, Bob.
Nope.
How you
I
doing,
don't
my
have the
friend?
model myself,
Okay, so you
no.
don't have it. You fucking lose.
Hey, just want to say thank you, Bob, for giving me that bottle of Fireball whiskey. It's kicking my ass, my friend. It was awesome to see you again. And maybe at the next debate con, we'll see how it goes, if James wants me there or not. And if there's a subject for me to debate. I do need a rematch with Andrew Wilson.
Okay,
You're
so
done.
let's go to the
You're
next
done.
one.
No,
Fine,
you're
you
done.
can go to our,
No, it's
to the
over.
hour.
It's over.
Go,
It's fucking
go to
over.
the other.
We're gonna
okay,
end this.
Do it. No,
It's over.
I want. You
It's
know
over.
exactly that hour.
You fucking
is
lied.
just- What?
You're a liar. You're a deceiver.
I showed the
You don't have
Bisling code.
anything.
I showed the
You don't
Bisling
have-
code. I showed it on screen.
No, you're just showing some shit on the screen. You think I'm an
Yeah,
idiot?
it was formulas of the Bisling
You
code.
have a
Yes.
mathematical model of the location of the sun, assuming the Earth is flat. Yes or no?
How is it not a model there?
Show me your math.
That's a model for how you see things. Not even that. It's nonsense pretending it's a model. Tim Davidson for $5 says, I've discovered my superpower. I have tactile telekinesis. I can move stuff with my mind. Using my hands. Wait, what? I would very much like to have telekinesis as my superpower. Because I wouldn't tell anyone I had it. I would just like sit around and be like, oh shit, someone's moving. Oh, look at that. Oh, that person's head just exploded. Oh no. Yes, I'd explode your head. My mum bakes cakes. Are you finding satisfactory? The video game Satisfactory should come with an addiction warning. I was playing a little builder factory game on my phone called Builderman, and that was just like, you know, a gateway drug. Satisfactory's like mainlining. Holy fuck. Yeah, Toon and Dan are quite are holding in there after quite hard. Ryan's no idea what's happening here.
Mathematical model. If you input the variables of my location, assuming the Earth is flat, you get an output. Where is that? Do you have it?
The Watcher says for $2, here, have some money, Craig. Thank you very much, my friend. I very much appreciate it. Here, have a kiss. Wait, did you want that? Who cares?
If you do, I'm all ears. I don't want to waste my fucking time with you.
Yeah, I would have liked to show you if you were.
You have the mathematical model. Does someone else want to ask him this question? Do you have the mathematical model of the location of the sun, assuming the Earth is flat? Do you have that?
No. No, he does not.
And if you don't, if you don't have it, you've been wasting my time and everyone else's time. And the reality is you probably don't have it.
So you want to avoid the other
You have the
experiment now?
mathematical model.
When this model isn't,
have the mathematical
when
model.
math isn't reality?
Okay. This is not going anywhere because you lost.
Math isn't reality. It's the model. This is a prediction, a model to... Oh my God, we know it's not reality. We're not doing the reification fallacy. You are. Well, Nathan Oakley does anyway. Earth is measured flat. A straight line means Earth is flat because I'm reifying this line. Dr. Apocalypse for £5 says Avi Loeb is just cashing in on the news that Denis Villeneuve is making Rendezvous with Rama, one of the greatest sci-fi stories ever into a movie. I don't know what any of that meant, but thank you very much. 16 out of 50 super chats. We have 55 minutes left on the clock. And then I will be finishing. If we meet the super chat goal by then, I will do 100 push-ups and do a little Ask Me Anything Q&A.
You don't have it.
We can
you don't have to do science.
We can do that. We can skip this point. You know, you excluded on purpose. You excluded on purpose.
You just fucking dug your own grave. You dug your own fucking grave. You can't produce a mathematical model after we gave you a week.
Yeah, I'm a regular working guy. I'm not like doing this every day in and out.
Yeah, we gave you the opportunity to speak to as many people as possible. None of you fucking flat earthers can come up with a model. You're bullshitting people. You're fucking bullshitters.
I show here how you throw it out. I show how you throw Man of Stone out. Get the Man of Stone. Get people who deal with this every day. Yes.
Yeah, you had a chance for a week to go talk to them.
I prepared my thing very well, so I like to.
Where's your mathematical model, Kevin?
I like to object.
Where's your mathematical model, Kevin?
I like to object.
Where's your mathematical model, Kevin?
He's showing a fucking tweet by Wits That Spits It. Talking to Dr. Shiva. Yeah, Witsit probably just doesn't understand the conversation. He's talking about gaslighting there. Let me do a favour. Let's have a quick look at Witsit's online activity recently, shall we? Huh. Yeah, so he's not done anything for about 2 months on YouTube. Let's check his X, shall we? I know he's blocked me on X, but how is my X not signed in on here? No, that's not the right one. Damn it, why is my X not signed in? Oh, look at my phone. So on X, the last thing that Witsit posted was the 2nd of October. This is why I despise Tucker. Why is he not mentioning that Israel has to spend all the money? Blah, 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 blah. He's literally done nothing. So Witsit has disappeared from the internet. He is a thing of the past. We won, guys. I think we killed Flat Earth. Jaybird Max, who's been a member for 23 months, says, will you say anything we put in a super chat? Yes, absolutely, 100% anything that you put in a super chat. Like, without question. I have to. I'm legally obliged to say whatever you put in a super chat.
Where's your mathematical model?
You can see that this link works very well.
You've been doing this just bullshit.
You can see that this link works kinematically very well. Yeah, I go back to it because am I still sharing screen? You see?
Okay. Please stop him from sharing the screen. He's wasting everyone's time. He doesn't have a model. He's full of shit.
Yeah, ask the other guys. And
you're full of shit. You don't have a model. You don't have a model. You lie.
I prepared 3 days.
I don't care how many times you spent.
You don't know how to do this. That you don't see that. You only do observation.
Dirt, he's been a member for 3 months, says, hey bud, how you doing? Sorry, been busy. Never apologize. The fact that you are here now is incredible. You awesome person, you. Do me a favor, smash the like button while you're here and share the stream with one of your friends or your enemies or your mum or your dad or your brother or your sister.
Observations and no experiment. So
where's your model?
It's only observations what you're doing. The purpose of the summit is not to set up an observation.
Admit it. You don't have an
observation. We have an experiment.
You need to get out of the way.
Do an observation of the motion of a non-terrestrial object.
Okay, please mute him.
You
this is just fucking nonsense. Yeah, you're a fucking bullshit. Total bullshit. You were supposed to come here with a mathematical model. Now, we were originally supposed to do it on live, and we gave you guys 7 days to use whoever you wanted. You cannot produce a mathematical model because you don't know how to do math. You don't know how to do science. You do know how to talk a bunch of bullshit and put a bunch of fucking PowerPoints together. And that's what you're doing. And that's what you guys are doing. And you're taking advantage of people. That's bullshit. You lose. Is there anything else to discuss? I don't have anything else to discuss. You guys fucking lost.
Well, if I could add something quick about the attempt of a model he brought up, a flat earther named Shane Saint.
No, get it right. Shame Saint Plagiaire.
Saint Pierre plagiarized a model that was by a glober, Walter Bislin, and he did show that on screen there. That model is actually the globe model. It uses a globe ephemeris of the solar system. It has the Earth 150 million kilometers away from the sun. It includes the tip of the Earth in all of the internal computations, and then it just projects it onto a flat surface to show how ridiculous it is for a flat Earth and show all the failures of flat Earth. And they've actually plagiarized that and try to use it as their own model sometimes, but it uses the distance between the Earth and sun of 150 million kilometers. So it is the globe.
Okay, so flat earthers are using a globe model to project it onto a flat surface. That's what you're saying. So bottom line to every...
Yeah, just like every single map is the same thing. Of course. Shame shit plagiaire. Yeah, he's still trying to get out of his chair to do the push-ups I said I'd pay him for.
Everyone listening out there, we came into this prescribing the scientific method. On day one, they were supposed to do the math. And in order to give a handicap, we said you have 7 days. Today's goal was to produce a mathematical model. And Kevin, you can shake your fucking head all day you want. You can sit upside down, but you fucking lied. You deceived people. You did. And I don't care about what you say. What the actions are, you fucking lied. You're full of shit. And we have an actual model by the globe earthers. We have no model by the flat earthers, which shows, A, they cannot do mathematics.
No shit, Sherlock. The amount of times I've asked a flat earther the internal angles of an equilateral triangle and their brains have exploded. Azza351C for 299 says, I'm Craig and Witsit might be right after all. Blackman Big Dragon says, I feel uneasy with Shiva even having an association with us. Yeah, me too. Don't worry, gonna be exposing them a little bit.
They don't follow through on what they say they're going to do. They just put gobbledygook shit out there because they're taking advantage of people who in a modern education system are not learning math or not learning physics. They just think by throwing out refraction, all blah, 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 vomiting shit, they're going to bullshit people. Well, you guys fucking lost. Okay, you had 7 days to consult as many. You can shake your head. You're fucking wrong. You lost.
Azak for 299 says, I'm Craig and Witsit might be right after all. Oh, Witsit was right when he... Wait, hold on. I'm sure there's something. Give me a sec. Witsit was right when... No. Anyone got any ideas? Maybe give me some super chats, guys, that say when Witsit was right. Because I actually can't think of a single time Witsit was right.
You fucking lost. You fucking lost. You and Dave can go suck each other off all day long. But you took advantage of my time, everyone's time here. So you're full of shit. There is no model, period. So you fucking lost. You didn't follow through.
He did follow through. That's why he had to change his underwear. Just look at his face. He's following through right now.
I have really nothing more to do. If you guys want to go to the airplane, we can. But the main thing we left was the error margin.
I'd like to, because that was some effort that we actually put into that, and
Okay.
I think that's something that it's going to
I
demonstrate.
just want to go on the record that the flat earthers produce no mathematical model because they don't know fucking math. They do know how to throw a bunch of slides up. What everyone saw was just noise, thinking they're going to bullshit people. So they must have gotten used to speaking to really fucking dumb people and taking advantage of them. But let me show you. This is my master's thesis. This took 2 years. This has 1,000 different equations predicting wave propagation. You can't do this shit overnight. It takes effort. And the reality is we have a whole strata of grifters who are bullshitting people. And if that is allowed to continue, you head into the dark ages. I take this very seriously because I know the amount of effort it takes to do science. And what
You really shouldn't take Flat Earth seriously, mate. It's downhill. JSS Tiger for $5 says, Flat Earth Math, Chris UK, says 135 degrees in a triangle. Sleeping Warrior doesn't do equilateral triangles. Oakley can't convert meters to kilometers. Gary IOW for £5 says, I'm Craig. I have Nathan Oakley's balls in my mouth at any given opportunity. Come on, guys. Let me know what things Witsit has been right about. Big Fish says Witsit is right, all down one side.
you just witnessed today by this guy, Kevin, is absolute deception. So we did 2 experiments. You fucking lost. Flat earthers, go fuck yourself because you fucking wasted my time. It's bullshit. So now we're going to give the flat earthers. They came up with an experiment about an airplane flying over ocean towards a spot. And their claim is that the Earth is flat. Therefore, there will be a height difference. And we can bring this up. Let me bring it up. Rebecca, can I share screen?
Yeah, you should be able to share the screen.
Fucking bullshit. So the claim is
I feel a little bit sorry. Well, I would feel sorry for him if he wasn't a bit of an anti-science dickwad that says that vaccines cause autism. I would feel sorry for him with him getting to interact with flat earthers like this. Gary Odo says, you're fucking great. Well, no, you're fucking great. I'm glad you spelled it right because I'd be like, you're fucking great what? Skeptic says, Witsit was right that Ridley lemonade was delicious.
the Earth is flat, case 1. And if an airplane's flying into this ILS tower, that at 6,355 feet, the height of the airplane, that it'll be 23 miles, this hypotenuse will be 23 miles from this location with a 3-degree span. If the Earth is a globe, it'll be 21.7 miles. Am I right? That was a claim. And for this, you were supposed to derive the mathematical model to predict that. And as a part of that, what came up in the last discussion, so you can't say you didn't know, was a very clear question: what is the error margin of the measuring devices? Because if the error margin is such that it is within that range of the differential, your experiment is bullshit. It's useless. Am I right? Isn't that what we discussed? Yes? No?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So today we'll again start.
Kevin's no idea. Kevin still doesn't know what a margin of error is. No flat earther knows what a margin of error is. Just like Kevin from Canada, who I'm supposed to be debating right now, but Kevin from Canada ran away because Kevin from Canada is a coward.
The globe earthers, present your mathematical model with the error margin. Then we'll go to the flat earthers again. I have very little talk.
I thought they started first. It was their experiment. I'm
Okay.
fine either way.
All right, they can go first. Go ahead. But what we're expecting to the audience and everyone that we agreed upon, that you would present the assumptions and a mathematical model, not slides about random shit, the actual methodical process of building your mathematical model, right? And if you don't do that, I'm going to fucking cut you off and we're going to end it. Let's go. So your second shot, Kevin. You already lost once.
So full screen. Just letting you know that when you drift, that is when someone else, when someone is talking something he doesn't believe. But okay, let's start with the error margin. Full screen. So we are clarifying some of the lies and mistakes from last meeting's margin of error claims.
He's gonna start denying what margin of error means. Oh my god, I can't. I told you need this, guys.
To genuinely ask for error margin is, of course, a legitimate request, which it wasn't. But here I present FAA documents. We go even through the history. Here we see that 13 years ago, although the microwave landing system were not yet used in the US, they were looking at potential accuracy level of plus or minus 84 meters. Over the past 13 years, it's quite likely that the vast majority of airports have upgraded their hardware and to match or even surpass this figure of plus or minus 84 meters of DME accuracy. Regardless of whether those upgrades took place, and sometime in the last past 13 years, we are indeed using the ILS in this experiment within the area of its native range of 22 nautical miles. Other instrument landing systems.
None of this is saying there's a margin. He doesn't realize what plus or minus 84 means, does he? That's literally a margin of error, guys. Gary IOW says, come on, folks, let's get the super chat goal. What are you waiting for? Craig would do 100 topless push-ups. It's got to be worth it. Well, we've got 19 out of the 50 super chats. So we need, in the next 40 minutes, to get 31 super chats. And then I would do 100 topless push-ups. Of course, I set it that high because I knew you'd never do it. And 100 topless push-ups would be really fucking hard. So that, you know, I'm kind of safe, I guess. Thank you very much for all the support you give me. It's always amazing. You know that. I love every single one of you. I love you. And I love you. Not you, Gary. Sit the fuck down.
Then the one mentioned here involve far larger coverage areas. As you can see here, 13 years ago, they also thought about 92.6 meters. But 1 year later, this is here, 1 year later, they published the paper quoted last Saturday by Dan. On page 1, the author cites that DME accuracy is better than FAA requirements. On page 2, Dan highlighted the figure of 0.6 nautical miles. The author does not specify whether that is a total of 0.6 or it is plus or minus 0.6 nautical miles. Given the statement in page 1, along with the rest of what I'm about to cite, we can easily conclude that this is a typographical error. The real question is why we didn't look here at the table down. It says 0.085 nautical miles at 89 equipment. So, the real question is why Dan made the decision to cherry pick this typo, or what is written here as 0.6 as a bullshit tactic, or whether Dan simply doesn't look through papers enough. So we go through flight test data.
Dude, that's saying the same thing. There's plus or minus 85. It's telling you there's a margin of error. Jaybird Max 499 says, FTFE. I am FTFE, and I endorse and recommend that everyone check out and subscribe to Jaybird Mac's YouTube channel after this stream. They have to, apparently. Everyone go here and subscribe to this channel right now, where they play Star Citizen. I've never actually seen Star Citizen.
Hello, Mr. President. Did you receive the data?
Yes.
Everyone go subscribe to Jaybird Max. Dr. Apocalypse says 30 remaining for $2. £2, thank you very much. Well, actually, there is only 29 remaining.
Or what is written here as 0.6 as a bullshit tactic, or whether Dan simply doesn't look through papers enough.
Hey, Gem Custom Gaming, how you doing?
We go through flight test data,
Mr.
which was
Eman?
obtained from both the FAA and Boeing in determination that current DME accuracy is actually better than FAA requirements. It says this in multiple places within this document, that current DME accuracy significantly exceeds the current standards, and this was 12 years ago. To be clear about this text, 0.05 nautical miles equals 92.6 meters. That's already twice the resolution of the primary flight display's ILS tower distance indicator, which shows 1/10 of the nautical mile. So the accuracy level has come a long way in the past 12 years. Now we come to the present. This year, the FAA accuracy requirement for DME hardware, which is used with ILS, must be 75 meters or less. So the DME error is significant. So the DME error is insignificant.
Insignificant, not zero, apparently. Yeah, no, not insignificant, dude. A margin of error is a margin of error, and if you measurements are, it's like if you're trying to measure the curve of the Earth and you're using a tool that has a margin of error larger than the curve of the Earth, then you're never going to do it. Excuse me, thank you. Industrial Nerd for £1, but thank you. That one does not count towards the super chat goal, unfortunately, because it has to be one of the ones with text in. It's not me. It's YouTube that makes the rules.
Now we get to the error margin of the ILS angle measurement.
Don't do multiple of those.
The second part we were talking about last.
Because that, I appreciate it, but that doesn't go towards the super chat goal. Polarity for $2 says, Whitsitt was right when he said he saw the 24-hour sun. Oh shit, yeah, he was. But then he was wrong about it at the same time.
Today, the FAA angle tolerance for an ILS signal pair is less than 4% of the nominal angle, which is almost always 3 degrees. Those 0.12 degrees amount to 1/3 of the travel distance from one dot to its center on the ILS display between 2.65 and 3 degrees. As a result, expected measurements for each scenario do not overlap. There's still a significant spread between the two in all aspects of this analysis, and I will show that. This diagram may not be to scale, however, it is...
Industrial Nerd says, balls! Thank you very much. That one does count towards it. Thank you for the $2.
Proportionally correct. The lightest gray shading represents the beam divergence, which Dan requested to know about, 1.4 degrees here. This light gray shaded area has nothing to do with the gray shaded triangle seen on runway approach diagrams, just like the one MC Toon shared on his screen at 1 hour into last Saturday stream. The runway diagram triangle around the 3-degree line has to do with whether there are obstacles in the way, which the pilot needs to know about during his descent, as you can read here. If there are obstacles present, the bottom half of the triangle...
Yeah, Kevin, dude, none of this, in any way, shape, or form, debunks the margin of error existing. Their point is, as long as you include the margin of error that is actually in the equipment you're using, in your calculations, then you're diamond. Industrial Nerd says, balls, and then he says, bollocks. Thank you very much, my friend, for the extra $4. That takes us up to 24 out of the 50 super chats. We have 41 minutes left. If we get those 26 super chats in, then I'll do 100 topless push-ups and do a 30-minute Q&A. And then play some Satisfactory in a members-only stream.
Is even not drawn in the diagram. So that has nothing to do with margin of error, as Toon presented it. But this light gray triangle here represents the full deflection or beam divergence
to
the ILS slope gauge on the primary
showing it, Kevin.
From 2 dots below center to 2 dots above, with a total spread of 1.4 degrees. Yeah, it's what your display is able to detect. As you've seen in all previously presented diagrams, as well as the animation, the angular distance from...
It's what your display is able to detect. Displays don't detect things. Displays show you what you are detecting. DCR1975 says for $2, number 24. Thank you very much. Jimmy Madison for $5. Hey, Craig, thanks for doing what you're doing. I can't believe it needs to be done, yet here we are. Thank you. I know, it's crazy. I make a living talking to and about fucking idiots that think the Earth is flat. And then Industrial Nerd said for $2, D's nuts. Thank you very much, my friend. That is 27 out of the 50 super chats. So we need 23 super chats in the next 40 minutes for me to do 100 topless push-ups and then do a 30-minute Ask Me Anything.
1 dot above center on the gauge to its center is 2.65 degrees to 3 degrees. Now we come to this thin 10 shaded area on both sides of the 3-degree slope line. This represents the 0.12 degree ILS angle. The current DME margin of error requirement is in the small box on the left here. This is the current DME margin of error. So we now will add both error margins. 1/20th of a nautical mile and that is twice the resolution of the ILS distance readout on the primary flight display.
What does all this mean? None of it means that you're still telling us that there is a margin of error. Polarity $5 says, Craig, have you played RV There yet? Hilariously fun group game. No, I have not. I do not think any other video games now exist apart from Satisfactory. Bruce Wayne says, are you Scottish or English? Bit of both. My family is a Scottish family, but I was raised in England because my dad was raised in England, but my family originally comes from Scotland, and now I'm back in Scotland, and I have my clan badge, so I'm a Englishman that lives in Scotland with a historically Scottish family, but have been living in England. I'm British. Sorry, one sec. Hello? No, Mr. Trump, you're not getting it back. No, I told you that I was taking the Declaration of Independence away from you. Yeah, you've not done great work with it. No, I don't care. No. No, you're not president anymore because you're not. You're part of the UK again. Look, can you stop crying? For God's sake, stop calling me. Lose my number. Jesus Christ. Sorry. Trump's mad that I took the Declaration of Independence back.
So taking the worst estimate scenario for both margins of error, the overlap comes to a total of 0.58 nautical miles. However, in obtaining a larger data set, the data itself will serve to critically attenuate both uncertainties through the simple process of averaging the resultant figures. The larger the data set, the smaller the uncertainty. So I hope this permanently puts to rest any issues of margin of error serving to invalidate this. There's a huge amount, still 0.6 nautical miles almost in the worst case scenario. You have both the values as you wished for.
But Kevin, there's still a margin of error. All that we are asking is that you experiment and the measurements that you request are within the margin of error of the equipment that you are using. Is that the case? I don't think you know.
Yes. That's it for the objections for the margins of error, and so it is a valid experiment, and we gather more data, and you could find a lot of airports, because this was a question also over water. I show a couple here, some examples which were 20 nautical miles above water, more or less, and we can also show that previous data, if you don't want to spend any costs, we showed the prediction from 35 nautical miles. For flat Earth, we were 1% off, and for the globe, we were 1,000 feet off, almost here 10%. So this was one thing.
He's getting elevation and curvature mixed up, isn't he? Oh my God. He's using the descent rate and the elevation data. Elevation is not curvature, you fucking idiot.
I said we didn't do the exact experiment where we remained at that altitude, but we asked pilots to show their primary flight displays. And as you see here, we have a significantly closer outcome for flat as for the globe. And yes, we will continue to gather more data. The question was whether the costs of the flights. We looked up some planes. It was I'm sharing full screen that I can just switch the document, or I do have to switch, turn it off again. Where's my document?
You have to usually switch the document. That's what I had to.
Yes, we need to find a plane, and we can't afford to go and get a plane. Oh my fucking God, man. Oh, tomorrow I'm going to be doing a review and catch up of my time at DebateCon 6. Maybe even go over some of my debate with Rachel Wilson.
I can just switch the document. Okay.
Just click share again. It should bring up a
I need to click share again. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
No. I'm. Do you see the plane now here?
No. We see previous data.
Okay. It's just okay. Wait. Yeah. So I screen share again. Screen share. Let's screen share the planes. So examples to rent would have been here $125 an hour, and you even can fly with IFR. You don't need this. The VFR could be even cheaper, but 160.
Why are you showing us the cost of airplanes? JSS Tiger for $5 says he looks like a younger brother of Sleeping Warrior. Thank you very much, mate. That takes us up to 28 out of 50 of the super chats. Illusion for $2 says ereviction or curvilation. Ereviction or curvilation. I think curvilation works better. Oh my god. Thank you very much. That's 30 out of the 50 super chats needed for 100 push-ups with no clothes on. Not just no with no top on. We've got 25 minutes. And I don't expect it, guys. I appreciate it so much, you know that. You know. I just want to go and play Satisfactory, if I'm honest.
$8 an hour. We said like 2 hours would be enough. Another one, 226, and we it is all wet, so it means it's still already with fuel. So it's not so expensive. You can have one try for $400, and this will give you 10 results or 20. Yeah, maybe 15. Yeah.
Can I ask a quick question for you, Kev, real quick? Kevin?
Yes.
Can I ask you a quick question? So the cost of these planes, does that include a pilot, or is that just the plane itself?
That's the plane itself.
Okay, thank you. I just want clarification. Thank you.
So did you see the trial that we did? So even
where's your mathematical model?
I can bring it up again.
No, you can't, because you did it in the first place.
You're supposed to include the error margin.
Yes.
And we do the mathematical model per the agreement that was made last week.
0.6 nautical miles are the difference, but I show you the whole formula again. This was from last presentations, from last Saturday. You can just.
Do any of these planes even have ILS? Because you're saying in the chat, I don't think they do. That'd be brilliant. DCR for $2 says, as an America, I'm in awe of the UK's history. There's a lot of it, yeah, full of brutality and slavery and racism, inbreeding, bad politics, superiority complex, desecrating entire nations. But, you know, we're chill now, I guess. Look, let's face it, there's no country on earth that wasn't a bunch of dicks in the past.
Bring up the last week's presentation. So it is but I showed the difference between globe and flat prediction.
You're not doing the globe prediction. That we got that covered.
I showed even with the result here the globe prediction. Like
no,
you want to see this?
You don't produce the globe prediction. I produce.
No, wait. Did you not understand the instructions for each experiment?
Idiot.
The flat earthers produce their model. The round earthers produce their model. So each person.
All right. One of the guys is having trouble super chatting. Don't worry about it. Don't keep trying. Just enjoy the show. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. But they did want me to say to check out their YouTube channel, which I'm going to do even if they can't super chat. I'll just send them a bill later on. Yeah, could you just what's the Joey something or it? Yeah, what 650 for responding? Yeah, and put it on the stream. Make that an extra 1,000. Okay, no worries. Yeah, so here we go. If you want to check out this channel, well, I don't know which one it is actually. Send me the link and I'll put it on screen. Possibly this one? Thanks for the super chats that you've managed to get through, but don't worry. Please don't waste your time trying to refresh your page to get super chats to win, to come in. Someone else will do a super chat on your behalf. It's fine. I'm waiting.
Would you agree that? So flat earthers, so globe earthers for the sun model produce their model. You didn't produce anything, thus you lost. Second is.
You can ask other ones. Yes, I'm not every flat earther. You assume I act like everyone else, yeah?
Yeah, you are, because you're in communication with them. We know that, okay?
They are done with doing. They know that you're shit showing there, and now you have nothing to say.
In fact, your entire airplane model, Kevin, was stolen from a guy called Stone, who was banned from this. Okay?
And why? Why is that?
And
all right, just to confirm, this is the channel. Please go and check out Sapphire Rocks. They make music. Cool. Check them out. I'm subscribed.
Now
why is Stone banned, please?
I don't have to explain that.
Because you have nothing.
No, you have nothing. You can't.
You have nothing. You just exclude every mathematical good flat earther. And you want to.
Shows your model.
You excluded every mathematical flat earther. There's no such thing as a mathematical flat earther. 20 minutes to go, guys. We will be finishing up in 20 minutes. 31 at the 50 super chats. And if we get that in, I'll do 100 push-ups and then carry on and do a Q&A for the up to the 30 minutes.
Let's stay with the program, and you can do this with other idiots, but you're not going to be able to do this with me. Where's your fucking model for this? For the flat Earth model? If the Earth is flat, where's your mathematical model? When the globe Earthers present theirs, do you have it or not? We can go back to the video. You agreed that you would do the flat Earth model with the error margin.
You want to show the video of the error margin, or you want to tell me why your test is not?
You're supposed to have an equation. This is for your airplane experiment. Where's your flat Earth mathematical model predicting the height of the airplane, or that hypotenuse, as a function of all the other variables you're assuming it's flat, plus adding the error margin? That's what we agreed to. Do you understand what you're supposed to do? Or do you want me to
page 7? Wait. Okay, I need to.
Yeah, last time we left you showed us.
We don't see your PowerPoint.
Stranger Mentality Paper YouTube for $5 says, I am the woman that questioned Rachel Wilson after your debate with her in Nashville. You're awesome, Craig. Thanks for enduring all of that. Were you the debate coach? Because you really triggered her. That was quite funny. Dihydrogen monoxide H2O for £2 says, I'm back. Did I miss them saying anything retarded? Yes. Yeah, the flat earther spoke. Retardation happened. Yeah, I had a great time in Nashville, and I'm glad that you were there to see it and then to question Rachel afterwards. I think that was one of my best debates I'd ever done. I love the fact that I stumped her on a few times. There's no women that can do this. Well, what about the women that do it? Well, yeah, but there's not that woman can do it. But there's no women that can do it. What about that woman? Well, yeah, but there's. Oh my god. Yeah, you triggered her. That was quite funny. Good job. Yeah, I'm going to be reviewing that debate tomorrow, I think. Appreciate it. It's great to see you there.
Okay, yeah, wait. I will screen share this page.
And thank you very much for the super chat. I really appreciate it. 33 out of 50. So we've got 17 to go. If we get those 17, I'll do 100 push-ups. And then with whatever time's left up to 30 minutes, I'll do an Ask Me Anything.
You're supposed to produce a mathematical model. You didn't do it for the sun, and we want to see it for your experiment. You had 2 shots. You've already lost on one.
Yes. So.
Just to show us the equation. Not like random.
Yeah, my mouse is hanging.
Yeah.
I don't want.
We want to see the equation.
The mouse completely lacking off. That's why when you include someone who does this every day, it's easier than trying to make fun of me. But you have to exclude everyone else. My screen is frozen.
Okay, so can you mail your thing to Dr. Prabhakar, then he'll display it?
Yeah. experiment.
His screen's broken because he forgot how to tech because he's a Flerf trying to do science. It's hilarious. Although, again, not a fan of Dr. Shiva, of course, because he is pretty anti-science himself. I am enjoying the way that he's dealing with these flat earthers. And I am looking forward to my conversation with Dr. Shiva, where I will be as civil as I was with Rachel Wilson.
Most women are
Alright, tell you what we'll do. I'm going to give you a taste of my debate with Rachel Wilson.
But if I get hungry, you can go. Make me a sandwich, okay? Hello. First off, I do want to say I'm a little angry at you coercing your husband into renting out an entire bar just to get me drunk before our debate. It's a little harsh. Conveniently, she didn't drink very much. Right, you ready to have this mansplained to you? Yeah, good. If I get
That was one of my jokes. You've ruined it already.
if I get hungry, you can go to make me a sandwich, okay? Right. Morning, everyone. How you doing?
Look at me, starting with comedy and everything. I'm just going to show you my intro.
I am here.
Mr. E-Man for $5 says, obviously Shiva was not listening to Oakley when he told everyone that Flat Earth does not make predictions. Yeah, no, Oakley had too many balls in his mouth.
Today to debate the lovely Rachel Wilson, who's written a book claiming feminism was basically invented by witches, CIA spies, and probably a couple of magic mushrooms along the way. If that sounds less like history and more like the rejected script for Stranger Things Season 5, then you're not wrong. Let's be clear, feminism is not an occult ritual, it's not a CIA psyop, it's definitely not a satanic plot to overthrow the nuclear family. It's the radical idea, well, radical back then, not really now, that women are human beings who should have the same rights as men, and that's it. It's not hard, it's not mystical, and it's not demonic. Before feminism, women couldn't vote, own property in many places, or even have their own bank accounts without a man's permission. In the 60s, women in the UK could be fired just for getting married. In the US, marital rape wasn't fully criminalized until the mid-90s, and that's not ancient history, that's pretty much yesterday. Rachel will claim things like women didn't even want the vote. Great claim, zero evidence. The moment women could vote, they turned out in huge numbers. The historical record is full of church women, union women, activist women, mothers, teachers, nurses, ordinary women organizing for suffrage. If your argument relies on pretending they didn't exist, then your argument is dead on arrival. Should also tell you feminism makes women less happy. Also, zero evidence. No serious study shows women were happier when they had no legal autonomy, no financial independence, and no escape from abusive marriages. Even if someone digs up one cherry-picked graph from a think tank that hates women working, happiness is complicated. You can't just point to modern stress and say, ah, yes, must be the equality that did it. That's the way astrologists think. And then there's my favorite, the forced doctrine argument that Rachel and Jim Bob and Jake all love, that men are stronger, ooh, look at my muscles, therefore we have given women rights out of benevolence. No, rights weren't given, they were won. Women organized, protested, lobbied, marched, starved themselves, chained themselves to railings, got arrested, got beaten, got force-fed and refused to shut up. If feminism were just men being sweethearts, it wouldn't have taken 100 years of fighting to get a ballot paper. And here is the actual kicker. When societies give women equal rights, things improve. Education goes up, domestic violence actually goes down. Health outcomes improve, poverty shrinks, economies grow faster. Every major organization on earth, from the United Nations to the World Bank, backs that. The only people who don't are YouTube commentators who type with one hand while Googling how to talk to women. Rachel will tell you feminism is a conspiracy, that it's witches, demons, elites, CIA culture warfare, goddess worship, you name it, but here's the truth. Movements with millions of participants over 100 years don't start with a seance. They start with injustice. Feminism didn't appear because a demon whispered it into somebody's ear. It appeared because women were sick of being treated like unpaid labor with no rights and no escape. And look, credit where it's due. Rachel wrote a fantastic book. which is actually a great example of feminism working. A woman publishing, speaking publicly, influencing society, debating ideas on stage. That is feminism in action. She's literally doing the thing that says women, that she says women shouldn't be doing. Rachel, you are your own feminist success story. Feminism gives us female doctors, astronauts, scientists, prime ministers, Nobel Prize winners, and I mean real ones, like Marie Curie, Toni Morrison, I'll probably pronounce some of these names wrong, Mara Yousafzai, and Tu Youyou. It gave us leaders like Margaret Thatcher, Angela Merkel, Jacinda Ardern, and trailblazers like Katherine Johnson, whose maths put humanity on the moon. And let's be honest, it's also give us wives who roll their eyes at their husbands but still keep us alive. Behind every great man, there is a woman with her arms crossed, waiting for him to finally admit that she was right all along. So Rachel, you can talk about witches, conspiracies, pagan goddesses, shadowy elites, CIA plots, all you like. I will stick to history, evidence, and basic reality. Feminism isn't optional. Equality isn't optional, and women being amazing, capable, brilliant human beings is also not optional. If that bothers you, well, tough. Equality is happening with or without your permission.
I did that for my mum. I did well. I did really well in that debate. Stranger Mentality for $2 says, trying to join your Discord, but my phone is messed up. Could one of my wonderful mods or admins in the Discord please help my lovely friend here get into the Discord channel? Yeah, if you want to check out the full debate, it's over on Modern Day Debates right now. Doing quite well, actually. Not bad. Please go do check it out. I'll probably stay away from the comment section because that won't be good for my mental health. But I will be releasing sections of it on my channel, and Rubiks will be working on some shorts for it as well. And I'll probably do like a brief review of it tomorrow, but then a proper review of it in the week. See if Borg and maybe Rach Botner wants to come on and join me. But I thought it was good, and you know what? I look fucking good on stage this time. A lot better than last time. You know what? The cap's working. The hair. Yeah, no, the receding hairline, I can't hide it anymore. And the faux hawk wasn't doing it. Going with the baseball caps.
And images.
Rebecca, give me your email address, or I'll give you my email address. Mail it. You have my email address. Send it to me, and then I'll display it for you.
Okay. Mail to Shiva Ayadure.
What's up, my good friends? So I have
just subscribe to your channel,
So this
Strange
is the PowerPoint
Mentally
that you want me to
Paper.
display?
I sent you something now.
Hold on 1 second. Is it a PowerPoint?
It's a PDF. Wait, no, it's. Yeah, it should be the one I sent you, yeah?
You sent it to Integrated Systems, okay. IntegrativeSystems.org?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, waiting for it.
Yeah, this is so funny. Flat Earthers trying to tech is hilarious.
It says ILS experiment images.
Let's see if we can speed that along.
Prabhakar?
Hey,
Hello?
Joey, I got you, dude.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it.
I just sent it to you to display.
Danny's trying so hard not to
If
laugh.
you can mute everyone for a second, Prabhakar. The agreements that were made and the promises that were made were that we would come to this meeting for the 2 experiments to follow the scientific method.
Oh, shit. Dr. Shiva, can you unmute yourself? Extra.
Yeah, I tell you what, we're probably going to leave it there because it's clearly not happening. The Flerfs are not going to give any kind of experiment. That was absolutely hilarious. I'm going to check out the rest to see if there's anything else funny to cover. If there is, we can finish this tomorrow on my stream, as well as going over my time in Chicago, Cleveland, and Nashville for DebateCon 6, and we'll have a look at my debates with Rachel Wilson. Thank you very much for the super chats, guys. It means the absolute world. Don't worry about meeting the goal. but I will just do as many push-ups as I can in one go for you, all right? No warm-up or anything. There you go. There's 30 without a warm-up. After a chest day already today, actually. Alright, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it. I will be back tomorrow, going over some DebateCon 6 fun, finishing up if there's anything interesting in that stream. We're going to finish the stream tonight with the new video from Harnell Studios, collaboration with Conspiracy Music Studios. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Remember, stupidity's not right. Fight the flat earth.
Hello, good to see you, fam. I just want the truth. It's 2025 and I ascertain the earth is flat. I ascertain Antarctica is not objective fact. You cannot map the ground by staring at the sky. I ascertain that Geron's ticket still won't prove them right. It's 2025 and I ascertain I'm woke. I ascertain that David Weiss is just a lying joke. I ascertain that Vicar destroyed him on his stream and took away his flat earth crown, cause we're the new breed. Ascertain the ground, ascertain the truth, ascertain that they are rotting the minds of our youth. Ascertain that they have never shown us proof. Ascertain the truth, don't fear investigation, I fear truth. It's 2025, my child was led astray. I was a good dad, but darkness had its way. I ascertain that God did not design people as gay. I'm a moron full of hatred, with my sad, pathetic ways. It's 2025 and I ascertain Vlad's will. Papa Flerf commands the foundry, where debate stays still. We used to debate science, we all thought we were wise, but now our echo chambers run in circles with these lies. Ascertain the lies, ascertain control, ascertain the global military guards the southern pole. Ascertain the masks, actors swap their face. Ascertain that schools all deceive the human race. It's 2025 and I ascertain the ascertainment I ascertain. I ascertain they don't ascertain what I ascertain anymore. I ascertain the act of ascertaining is what we ascertain to do. So if you can't ascertain my ascertainment, I'll ascertain for you. Ascertain the earth, ascertain the lights, ascertain what we can see with our own eyes, ascertain that objects will all fall down, ascertain it's 2025, still can't tell you how. The truth doesn't fear investigation.
Thank you for watching, everyone. I really appreciate it. It means the world to me, your support. Absolutely incredible. Thank you to people who came to see me at DebateCon. That was incredible to see you all again. And I love every single one of you. Just not you, Gary. You know, sit down. Remember, stupidity is not a right. Fight the flat earth.